Welcome to Leon's Legends. Today we will be covering the Direct by TCG program. So in the Direct program, as a seller, you are selling to your normal clientele on TCGPlayer, but you are not shipping your product directly to them. You are actually shipping it to TCGPlayer, and as a buyer, TCGPlayer is sending all of your items in one nifty package that looks very much like this, due to the fact I have had product returned from TCGPlayer because it didn't meet their standards of qualification for one reason or another, or I accidentally shipped them the wrong card. Now, the way it works for Direct is the seller still picks the pricing they want to charge for it. TCGPlayer still takes a commission. In one of my previous videos, I did cover the commission standards of what TCGPlayer takes. Now, what happens if they don't have the specific card in stock? Now, if they realize they didn't have that card in stock before the order is placed, it's sent directly to the seller, and the seller still has to ship it out. But if they don't have a specific card in stock, and they didn't tell the seller they have to ship out, the buyer, from what I've noticed, gets a refund for that item from what looks like the seller, is my guess. I haven't seen what that looks like from the buyer end, but from the seller end, I don't even get notified if there's a refund being done, because I still get paid and I still ship the card to them to make sure that they have that card in stock for the next person. They have it. Now, the way TCG Direct works is I ship everything to them just in a normal 500 card box in this case. From what I found, it fits between 600-700 cards in it. Maybe even up to 800. Now, how do you know when you're buying from them? The nifty little symbol you see on the top of this pouch right here, that is the Direct symbol. You can actually filter your settings just to find that. And you end up getting it in a package like that, and you can order from multiple Direct sellers. 10, 15, 100, 1,000 if you're ordering that many cards. And they all come in that one package, all to you, so you're not waiting on 100, 1,000 different packages from different sellers. Now, the way TCG restocks, like I just told you, is I, as a Direct seller, I'm selling my product that I have on hand. For instance, all of my product is right here. Now, that sits there until TCGPlayer says, hey, we need this from you, and I get an invoice from them. And I then have to go through, and instead of collecting 1 to 130 cards is the most I've had to ship, I believe, to a customer, instead I'm collecting a couple 100,000 plus cards and shipping them all to TCGPlayer. And TCGPlayer then, when they receive them, they have someone go through it and assess each card, make sure I sent them the correct cards in the first place, make sure that if I say I sold a 5 near mint Library of Alexandria, for instance, if they had 5 of those in stock and they sent them out because someone ordered 5 of them for me, or 5 people ordered them, they then make sure that if I say they were near mint, if they have 5 near mint, they send out 5 near mint. Now they get my 5 instead of just going, okay, we have 5, they're near mint. They have the person who's going through it assesses each card, makes sure each card qualifies as near mint. If 3 out of the 5 do, they say 3 out of the 5 do. Let's say one of them was light played, or one of them was moderately played. And those 2 end up getting sent back to me saying, hey, this is what's wrong. They might come in a penny sleeve with the where the issue was marked off with just Sharpie on the penny sleeve to show me, hey, there was a scratch here, or there's a nick up here in the corner, or whatever it is. To make sure their stock stays appropriate, but I don't get paid for that $2,000 card now. So I don't get that $2,000. If they've already paid it, they deduct it from future payments, which can and might not be a big deal for a lot of people. So when you're posting cards, you have to be very careful, especially if you plan on doing direct. Now, for the direct program, you have to be very careful about what you're saying the condition of the card is, because you're going to have a person that you've never met, you don't know, you don't even know if it's going to be the same person checking at each direct shipment they receive from you. So you never know how strict someone is going to be or how lenient. But the good thing is, if you say the card is moderately played, but you know for a fact it's a near mint card, but you list it as moderately played just because TCGPlayer says it's a higher price in moderately played than near mint, or it is one thing or another, and you ship them a near mint card instead of moderately played, they will say, okay, they shipped me a near mint instead of moderately played. They will still accept it because it is a better quality than what should have been shipped to them. Now, how do you get started on direct? Well, first off, you have to get to level 4. You have to be a level 4 seller before you can even try to apply or be invited like I was. Now, for the eligibility, you have to meet certain criteria. You have to be a level 4 seller with 99.5% feedback rating in the last 30 days. In order for you to be eligible, you have to have approximately 3,000 cards that are direct eligible. So come February 24th of 2022, that will include Yu-Gi-Oh, but right now it's only Magic and Pokemon cards. And then you have to have 100 sales per month, averaging about 600 a week. I was lucky enough and ambitious enough that I wasn't actually meeting either of those criteria. But they sent me an invite to join the direct program. In all honesty, I think I joined it slightly too early for myself. Just because it is kind of hard to keep up with 500,000 card orders. Yes, I can cut off my inventory whenever I like if I think it's getting too much for me to handle a direct shipment. I can, but it's also looking at it as a sense of you can always make more money to have your business be successful. And that's where the challenge comes in, is where do you want your work life to stop and your personal life to begin, especially when you're running a business from home. It becomes very complicated. And you really need to understand what your boundaries are. If you have any questions, please post them down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe to this video. If there's any other topics with TCGPlayer or anything else in the industry that you'd like me to cover, let me know. If there's any other industry that you'd like me to cover, retail or food service especially, having done both of those, and this is retail. Let me know what topics you want me to cover. I might create a new channel and start by posting videos on this channel and posting videos on the other channel. Thank you and have a nice day.